Thank you everyone, for all the solid advice. I wanted to share what I've done in the last 18 hours to cut contact with my ex. I hope this can help anyone else in a similar situation. First off, I logged myself out of our Apple TV and Xbox. I canceled the Wi-Fi that I paid for and returned the modem to the carrier. I also removed my payment information for utilities from our account. Next, I packed up all my cooking supplies, leaving only dried rosemary behind. He hates that stuff. I printed out his Tinder profile and framed it, adding a piece of dog poop inside the frame. I'll keep the photo albums, he can have this reminder instead. I recorded a video of the entire apartment after packing up my things. I left my keys in the mailbox for the leasing office and emailed them a notice of my departure along with the video. I updated my address with USPS, the vet, the hospital, my school, work, and even my dog's microchip. I spoke to HR about getting him off my health insurance and changing my life insurance beneficiary to my parents. I wish I could name my dog instead. I'm also heading to the bank to remove myself from our joint account. Thankfully, our finances have been separate, so I'm not worried about my credit. I appreciate the advice about freezing it, though. I logged out of all devices for streaming services, social media, and my work, personal, and school emails. I blocked him on everything: social media, chat rooms, and his phone number. I even made a doctor's appointment for an STD test. Lastly, I'm on my way to the county office to terminate our domestic partnership. It's been a whirlwind and I've had a lot of support from friends. I haven't been able to sleep, but I'm pushing through. When he arrived back home, I had already blocked him. I received a flurry of texts and calls from his family, but I ignored most of them. When his sister called, I picked up. At first, she was hostile, accusing me of being a crazy ex who couldn't let go. Funny, considering I just packed up and left. She mentioned it had been 4 months and that I needed to move on. I reminded her that just a month ago, we celebrated our 7th anniversary and were planning our wedding. I had no idea he wanted to break up. After a bit of back and forth, I got to share my side. He had been distant this year, claiming it was because their grandparents were aging. But it turns out, their grandparents have been dead for 2 years. I never met them because he said they were racist. Turns out, you can't be racist when you're dead. We ended the call on a somewhat positive note. She admitted she felt bad because the girl he cheated on me with was one of her friends. She introduced them last year when he was apparently unhappy. He was supposed to break it off with me, but never had the courage to do so. I sent her the Tinder receipts after we hung up. Later that night, I received an email from him. He asked me to come to the apartment to talk, but there was no apology. He ended the email with, "I love you." As far as I know, he doesn't know where I am, and I don't think he knows where my friend lives either. We're keeping the locks ready and bats near the door, just in case. Writing all of this out has been incredibly helpful. Your support and guidance have empowered me to leave. There were moments when I wanted to stop packing and hope everything would just go back to normal. But your encouragement pushed me to follow through. Staying would have brought nothing good. Thank you all again. I wanted to clarify the timeline. His family called me about 2 hours after he landed. I assume he realized the person paying half his rent was no longer going to do so and reached out to them. The dog poop might have added to the heightened emotions.